Here we are in the potato field, and this was a trial. We had 10 different varieties of potatoes. We planted them way too early to see what would happen. And a lot of the potatoes are finished, and a lot of the potatoes are still growing. For example, this potato plant is completely finished. I like to pick potato plants while there's still some green. And yes, there is some green in it. The leaves are completely gone. Question, did this die of some kind of a blight, a fungal disease? Or did it was it done? What killed it? Why? I think it died from some type of a disease. When you look at some of the other plants, they're still growing, but if you look closely here, you can see the edges are starting to brown. That starts showing different types of things that are starting to decompose and finish this plant. We should have big potatoes in here. The potatoes I've dug so far have not really impressed me. It's been a hard year for potatoes, which is a great year to get good genetics in potatoes, because we may be able to find a few of these that did really well this year, and those are the ones we save for seed next year, unless they have a disease. But if they have disease, they probably didn't do well. So let's just pull some of these out of the ground real quick and see what we're dealing with. So this plant was never big, or else you'd have great big giant vines. So we will just see what was on the bottom of this plant. Okay, they broke off. I'm not expecting a lot from this because the plant was not very big. But here's one, very small potato. There's another one, that one's okay. There's the potato piece that we planted. See how it's been
all leathery and dried
flat
out
and cut there, so it has rotted in the ground. There's a third potato. And I think that's it. So from a plant that small, that's about what I would expect. So that's not very good of a crop off of that potato. It should have grown some great big beautiful baking type potatoes, but it didn't. And so we would not want to keep this potato for planting next year. If this entire row was this way, then we would know that this was a variety that did not like this climate this year. I think I'll die soon when I'm coughing. Okay, this potato plant right here, this is just about the stage when I like to pull them up. I am disappointed that these potatoes didn't get bigger. They should have been about this tall, and they should be much wider. When we look at this patch, we shouldn't be able to see the ground. For example, look behind me. See how the canopy has closed up? Like right here, the canopy has closed over the patch. And so why are these potatoes growing good? Very little blemishes on top. And when we get over here, the tops are blemished, more blemished, all the way down to not good potatoes. Here's a potato. This one doesn't look blemished on the leaf, but it's very small. So when this happens, this shows me that the soil is changing through the field. Over there, the soil was better. As we come through, the soil, something is different in the soil. These are brand new soils. This was an old feedlot. This has never been farmed before. So this is showing me in my field where soil is functioning better and functioning less. Let's go ahead and pull this potato up and see what happened. So this is when your potatoes start to decompose, start to die on top. I like to pick them when they still are mostly green, but maybe the foliage is starting to die back. So here's the potatoes from before, the other plant, and let's just pull this one up. So there's that right there.
So that's a way better crop than the other one.
So let's just look underneath and see if any potatoes stayed in the ground. There's one that was in there. There's one. It's just like Christmas.
I know. We'll have potatoes for lunch today.
Yes, we will.
None of these go to waste. We just eat them
There's
fresh.
One. I'm almost done. They usually don't spread out much more than that around the plant. Now I'm just going to shake this a little bit. And we'll pull these out that came off. And I'm going to give this a massage. I have a massage license, so it's legal to massage that. Put that down. And if you were needing to make a nice compost to collect microbes, when you get your potatoes, you have a lot of green to go in there. Okay, so from the first plant we dug up that was very small, we had this many. And from this plant that we just dug, we had that many. Both of them are not a good crop. We need more time. Hopefully we get more than just this in our... If all of our potatoes are like this year, we will have some food to eat because we planted a lot of plants, but I will consider it a crop failure, which is sad. But we have a lot of potato plants that are doing much better, and we're looking at varieties to see which varieties are doing the best here. So hopefully this helps you to understand potatoes a little bit better.